Morning folks. I guess you're all wondering what strange bit of photographic history that I have to play with today. It's big. And the fact that it's got a bit of wire on it and a 15 amp plug should suggest to you that it's probably not a camera. You'd be right. This is something I grew up with. This one actually says Strand. This is pre-rank. This is a Strand Electric Pattern 23 500 watt profile spot. The production of these started in the 1950s, about 1953, and went on to, I can't remember the exact date. It was either 1983 or 1986, so it was a production run of around 30 to 33 years, which is quite astronomical. And I used to use these things by the ton. I started my career in the West End chucking these things around most of central London, actually. It's unbelievable. I will just open up, have a quick look. There, at the back, you see we've got this faceted rear reflector. We've got that bangs light back into this, and it goes lamp. This isn't the original lamp. Originally, they were provided with a T1. But then somebody invented tungsten halogen, and they started using this version, which is a T17. He says, thinking, yes, it is T17, isn't it? It's a P28S lamp cap, which I'll do a separate thing on weird lamps at some point, because it's quite important. These lamps are keyed, although they've got two flanges on. I'm not taking the lamp out because it's fiddly and I don't want to touch it more than I have to. Although they have two flanges on that look the same, they're not. They're different sizes. And I've spent many hours extracting broken lamp caps from the lamp holders. Lamp holders are still available. They are getting expensive now, but they're still made in France. It has a single lens on the front. Don't anyone complain about the lack of earth bond. I know, it's here for restoration. And then it will go downstairs and spend the rest of its life gathering dust, probably. But one day I'll get around to restoring it. It's a single lens there. It's 4-inch filter holder. As I said, 500 watt. It's not shutting properly because there's a hinge pin missing. What else can we say about it? 4 beam shaping shutters, gates for gobo, 30-degree beam angle, field angle is probably about 30.5. They're capable of producing a very sharp edge. Simple focus. Undo sort of screw thing there, and you just burn your fingerprints off moving the lens tube in and out. Came in a number of varieties. There was a 23N was one, which was the narrow angle. There was a 23W as well, which was a wide angle version. When Strand started putting 8 numbers in front, you had the 823 as well, which was a kind of modernised 23N. This one I think probably dates from around the mid-70s, going by the colour. It's pre-Rank. When Rank took over Strand Electric, everything became Rank Strand. This one is just Strand Electric on the back. There's no ID plate. It says made in England. That's about it. As I say, we used to use them literally by the ton. And they were old then. That was after production had ended. We were still using them. I was told once how many were produced, but it was a lot. Whether it ran into over 1 million, I can't remember. And of course there's its brother, the Fresnel version, which I'm trying to get hold of one, at least one, which was the Patt.23, which was the 500 watt, looked like an egg with the end cut off. It gains a bit of history that I want. I have just found, look, that's what we had to deal with at college. 15 amp, 5 amp, 5 amp. There you go, blind rewiring those. The cables most of the time didn't fit either. there it is. They're still about. They're becoming rare because people keep buying them, turning them into chandeliers and selling them for hundreds and hundreds of pounds on eBay, which is a crying shame for a lantern. Though it's old, it could still do a good job. There's plenty of life. Once this one's been earth bonded and everything else, there's plenty of life left in it yet. Many, many years of life. And being old and basic, they're damn good to train on as well. Make you think. What will I come up with next time? I don't know. I've got an even stranger bit of Strand engineering downstairs, and I've also got a couple of bits of film lighting, both of which are in here, which we can look at. But that won't be today. Take care now. Don't go sticking your fingers in the sockets.